back with another episode of the Young Black Suburban. We have a special guest, two special guests. We have Laura Turner of TCS Boudoir. Did I get that right?
Yes.
All right, and the Creative Shutter.
Yep.
Two companies that do two of the similar things, but in different ways, right? And then we have Colleen, who is a brand ambassador, on our show as well. So I'm very excited to get to know you guys and what you do. Laura, where are you from?
I'm from Pennsylvania. I'm originally from Chester County.
Okay.
So outside of King of Prussia. And I live in Cherry Hill, New Jersey right now.
Okay. That's not too far.
No.
Like 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's still.
Around there.
I don't like to drive.
Are you from this area as well?
No, I actually grew up in Mays Landing, right outside of Atlantic City.
Okay.
And then I moved to a town called Clayton in Gloucester County because I work for the county.
Okay. And you're in the photography business.
Mm-hmm.
Was this always a passion for you to take pictures and be artsy?
So believe it or not, my passion was taking care of animals, kind of like what this one does over here. I wanted to be a vet when I was younger. And then I got into music. I played the flute all through elementary, all the way up into college. And then I got into retail management. So I've always dabbled with being creative. I drew a lot when I was a kid. But photography, I didn't really start to get on that until my son was born in 2010.
Okay.
I got my first camera and I just started capturing moments with my kids.
And how was your first camera when you first? Do you look back on it now and think?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I look back on everything. It's like my editing. Like, what was I doing? Oh my gosh. I was LMT photography or Laura Marie photography, and it's interesting to watch myself evolve over the years. And now it's, I love it. It's a passion of mine, and
Right.
I always have a camera in my hand.
Nice. What were some of the things that you used to capture when you first started? Because right now you're very popular doing, certain kinds of photos.
Yeah. I mean, nature was a big thing. Capturing pets, my cats. Oh my gosh, before I had my son, it was always my cat, my cats. I had 3 of them. And then just nature. And then we got our dog, my husband and I had gotten our first shepherd, and, it was just action shots, throwing the ball, and that. And then the kids came along and everything else.
Were you on social media back then as well?
Yeah, I think I had my Facebook page. I've had that since like 2011. But again, it was, you can literally go back and you could probably find one of my first images that I posted on my Facebook page, my social, but yeah.
So, you go from that to owning a business, doing it. Do you remember how the process was, how to get from that first photo to owning your own business?
Yeah, it's been challenging. I mean, being a business owner, a female business owner in an industry that's male dominated, especially when it comes to the wedding industry, it's been challenging. Everything from pricing myself appropriately to getting the right insurance and becoming an LLC and, paying taxes. It's a lot. So from then when I was just charging $50 or $25 to now charging what I charge for doing the boudoir. It's yeah.
And one of the dynamics that you didn't mention is that you're also, you mentioned it earlier, but you're a mother doing all this as well. That has to add some extra, some extra energy on to what you already have to do. How is that balancing out?
It's, I have a high work drive. I come from, working in retail for about 25 years. So, I can multitask and I can manage multiple things. It's stressful at times. I have a 10-year-old and a 6-year-old, and they're both in school Tuesday through Friday from 9 to 1, and Monday they're doing virtual right now. And it's challenging, but I've built everything into my schedule where I shoot at my studio Tuesday through Friday. I start at 9 and I'm home by 2:30. And then, you know, my work day ultimately ends at 5 o'clock. I try not to do any editing after 5 o'clock, because to me that's family time. That's cherished time with my husband and with my kids. And the weekends, I mean, I'm shooting weddings on the weekends, so, you know.
Cool.
Yeah.
So how do you, you already mentioned that you know, you have a very good balance. How do you book someone for a session, and don't be too specific. Don't be too specific. Just as a person that books these, you know, weddings and gigs, how do you get them?
So social media, clearly I have a website. I get a lot of inquiries through my website for weddings and family portraits. Also, it's word of mouth. You know, me being from Pennsylvania, I still have a pretty big following in the Chester County, like Westchester, King of Prussia area, so I still pull from there a lot. And then Jersey is just, you know, I've been living here since 2011, but I haven't really like emphasized on New Jersey because I always say in the back of my mind I'm going to move back home. But,
right.
You know, it's been a while. So, you know, social media and for my boudoir, I have a huge VIP boudoir group. And you know, everyone adds people to the group and they love the energy, they love the work, and they contact me there.
Okay, so, you know, we've mentioned boudoir. That word's just been kicking my butt.
Sexy photos.
Yeah, sexy photos. No, but what does the word boudoir actually mean?
A women's dressing room.
Am I saying
a
it
private
right now?
woman's dressing room. That is what it means. So boudoir is, you know, women's portraiture, fine art.
Right.
We do nude. Yes, okay. We do nude. And it's really, it's up to the client's comfortable level, like how comfortable they are.
Right. And how did you travel into that industry?
So my best friend, who is also a wedding and boudoir photographer, she's based out of Galloway. I'm giving her a shout out right now.
Yeah, go ahead. What's her name?
Her name is Lauren Adams, and she's Boca Love Photography. I had a beach session in Brigantine, and she was doing a boudoir session for one of her clients. She in Atlantic City. She had a hotel room. She's like, "Why don't you come on over after we're done? You know, after you're done your session, you're already in town, and let's play around." So she did my boudoir session. That was in 2018, and I kind of was like, "I really like this.
Right.
I like it a lot." So from there, I kind of dabbled a little, and then 2019 kind of got into it a little bit more.
I'm sorry. You did one yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had someone photo, and
I was making sure I heard that correctly.
Yes,
okay,
yes,
cool.
yep. I did a session myself because, you know, it's great. It's awesome.
Yeah,
it's very empowering. It's fun.
Cool. Colleen, so you are a brand ambassador,
Yes.
but I take it you also do photographs as well.
I am not a photographer.
No, I mean not.
But I do.
I mean,
part of the brand ambassador agreement is.
I'm sorry, I'm having trouble.
You're fine.
But you did a shoot
with-
too. I did a shoot.
I did a shoot with her back in January. It was a model call. And she had mentioned she wanted to do brand ambassadors, and I was like, I'm really interested. I filled out the application, and here we are.
Okay.
And it's a lot of fun. We just go in the studio and just whatever, like, go in the bathtub now, go put these wings on, go do that, lay on the couch, lay on the chase, go in the bed, we're gonna do white sheets, we're gonna do black sheets, we're gonna do this teal background, we're gonna do, like, it's just, Laura brings so much energy to the studio, and I leave there feeling more confident than I already am, feeling sexy and feeling empowered, and it's every woman and man, if you every woman and man should really do at least one session. And in comparison to other photographers in the area, Laura's priced very fairly.
Right. So was that your first time ever doing a shoot of that kind of?
I did a little one with a friend that was trying
a professional one.
That was my first time doing a professional one. But I did have a friend who was trying to build a photography portfolio, wanted to try the boudoir, and I was like, I'll do it. And the pictures didn't come out that great. He's not that great at editing, and But it was
Right.
fun. I did have fun
So-
doing it we did it like right in my bed, right in my bedroom, right in my house.
Right.
But the lighting was terrible. But doing it with a professional like Laura, it was totally different.
Where I'm trying to get to is because there's a lot of women out here who are probably like, wow, those pictures look amazing. This is something that I would do, but they really just don't have the courage to actually take that step and do it. How did you build that courage up to actually?
I've always had that kind of courage. I've always been very outgoing, very body positive, very, no matter what size I've been, loving myself. So it was a little bit easier for me.
Mm-hmm.
But for women who are like on the edge, like I want to lose a few more pounds, I want to tone up a little bit, I want to do this, I want to do that, don't do it. Like, don't stop giving yourself excuses. Just do it. No matter what Laura photographs, everything from tiny, petite, little baby, tiny little girls, not girls, but tiny women, slender women to plus size women as well. And everyone's pictures, they come out different, but they come out beautiful and sexy.
Right.
And she poses you what's going to be the most flattering for your body type and what you have going on.
Mm-hmm.
And just do any woman that is on the fence about doing a boudoir session, just do it, send it. Don't worry about that last 10 pounds you want to lose. Just do it.
Yeah, so maybe you might do a little bit more with helping people get comfortable with it by telling them the process, what they have to go through with the shoot with you.
Yeah. So first and foremost, we set up a consultation time. So we talk about the whole process from A to Z. I tell everyone, anticipate 4 hours with me. And it's a blast for those 4 hours. And everyone says, I'm so nervous. I don't know if I can do this. I'm shy.
Do you guys drink wine?
We don't.
The camera
and there's a reason why we don't. Multiple reasons. Number one, wine tends to make people flush, and then they get a little like loopy and all that good stuff. So if we're gonna do wine, then we wait till after the shoot.
Right, okay.
I'm a person that like if I get red very quickly, so I wouldn't want to drink alcohol and then get photographed because that's like a photographer's nightmare to edit.
Right.
So we go through the consult. What's your vision? Like what do you want? I really love your wings, and I have wings in 4 different colors, and I've got 2 more coming in May. So I'm like the wing lady in South Jersey. Okay. I love it. I'm a mom of 4. I'm really self-conscious. Like, I don't like the way my body looks. Don't you worry. I'm going to put you in lingerie that's going to fit you appropriately. Because if you're a double D, you don't want to wear an underwire bra because then it's not going to fit you right. I guide them through the clothing process. Mm-hmm. I don't know where to shop. Okay, well then let's tackle this together. I'm a text message, I'm a messenger away, I'm a phone call away. We're constantly communicating. You get to the studio, we put you in the hair and makeup chair. It takes about an hour to an hour and a half, depending on how long your hair is. And then from there, by the time they're done their hair and makeup, their nerves start to loosen up a little. Mm-hmm. And then we go through your items.
Do you have stylists that come in, or do you do it?
No, I'm the stylist. I work together with my clients. We make a Pinterest board. I can talk to somebody on the phone every single day, and I'll put black on everyone because I love black. Mm-hmm. But I need to know my clients' fashion sense and their style. Do you wear heels? I wear heels all the time. I love heels, but my client might not. So then we need to cater her session around, okay, well, let's do some poses that we can do barefoot. That still look good, that are still flattering, because there's a lot of toe pointing and there's a lot of twisting and turning. Right. So yeah, after the hair and makeup, we dive into the client closet to what they bring. I have a whole bunch of lingerie and outfits in my client closet, and then we shoot for an hour, and then I order lunch. We always get like salads from Seasons, and I upload images, and I show them their images same day, and they get to sit there and just look at themselves in a different light. And that's where I get the most satisfaction, because to see a woman who comes in and says, I'm unhappy with my body, I just want to feel sexy again. I have X amount of kids. I don't feel good about myself. And during their session, I'm like legit their hype girl. Mm-hmm. Like, I will tell them, you look amazing. And I'm not lying. Like, I have no reason to lie. And I'll show them the back of the camera. And I can't tell you how many women leave crying tears of happiness. And I'm just like, look at yourself. Look, we do it on a big screen TV, and they look at it, and they're in tears of happiness. And then from there, you know, we design their album, we design their prints, whatever they want, and everything gets ordered, and then they get their products within like 4 to 6 weeks.
Wow.
And it's like perfect. That's the whole experience.
So you get a lot of therapeutic experiences in the studio. Sounds like, is that something that like you had forethought and thought that was going to happen, or is this something that just developed and you're like, man, this is, because to me it sounds like you're doing a mental health service as well. Is this something that you just fell into, or did you always have that?
I mean, I have always been that positive influence, I guess, with my friends. And, you know, honestly, I think it took the pandemic last year, like 2020, everything being locked down, for me to do my own mental health check-in. You know, I started focusing on me. I started exercising more, and, you know, I have 2 kids, but like, I also need to come first. It's not always, and I hate saying that because then people will judge me and say, well, you're selfish. You know, you need to take care of your children. I do take care of my kids, but my mental health is so important.
Oh, definitely.
So I think for me, it was everything that happened in those 4 months where I wasn't working, I was shut down. I did a mental check. I started walking every day. Like, I still walk 6 miles a day with my dog. I still, you know, try to eat healthy, you know, all that stuff. So for me, I had to be my own hype girl before I could be anyone else's hype girl. And when I started seeing people, like my clients, just get emotional and say, wow, this is amazing, it kind of just made me feel better, and I just keep doing it. You have to be positive every single day, you know, and you just have to. You have to.
You agree, Colleen?
Absolutely. Every time I talk to Laura, I talk to her pretty much every day. We have like a little group chat of there's 4 others.
There's a total of 6 of you guys,
So there's 5 other
One of
brand
your
ambassadors.
brand ambassadors
is one here.
belongs
Is
to
it boxing? She does
Yeah,
like work out here.
Brittany,
Yeah.
and I asked her to reach out to you, because she does a good job promoting you. But Colleen, is this like this therapeutic thing? You seem like someone that's already got, you know, you're outgoing. You said
Very.
but is it something that you see within the business as well? Like, oh, women need this for empowerment.
One of my favorite quotes, I wish I could remember who said it, is modesty empowers some, nudity empowers others. It's not your job to determine what empowers what woman. And the great thing about Laura is she doesn't, like, she's like, you want to do nude? We'll do nude. You want to be more modest? We'll be more modest. And it's like, yes, the boudoir is very sexy, but you can make it as sexy as you want, and that's what's really helpful. Because some women might not be as comfortable rolling around naked or rolling around half naked. And what you find that empowers you is what helps. Like, for me, I love it. I absolutely love when I'm having like a really bad day, bad mental health day. I look back at like my pictures that Laura's taken, and I'm like, I'm hot.
Right.
And it's just so empowering, and so I keep using that word empowering, but there's no other word to really describe how you feel.
Now, what goes into being a brand ambassador? What are some of your responsibilities? We have to post in the group, the VIP group, a minimum of twice a week. I'm at probably about once a day is about where I'm at. And we do like engaging posts. We do pictures that we have that Laura's taken. We post ourselves on our Instagrams and on our Facebooks and social media. And we do a lot of client referrals. So she just photographed one of my very long time best friends. What was it, like Tuesday, Wednesday? Sunday. She, one of my very long best friends, that she texted me and was like, I want to do what you do. How do I do it? And I was like, here's her information, do it. And she was like, I'm on the fence about it, I don't know. And it's just like, just do it. Like, so it's a lot of promoting her brand, promoting the creative shutter, both mostly the boudoir, but also her family sessions and her weddings that she does. So it's kind of like Laura's our hype man, we're also her hype men. Right. Yeah, good. It's good to have that team. And I see that you have women of all shapes and sizes there, but there is a really big push on your social media to have photographs of women. I've seen them together that are plus size. I'll call them models. You know, is that something that you really are trying to push to, or is that just what's happening right now?
You know, honestly, I think I just had this conversation with my other brand ambassador, Lisa. It just happened. I photograph any shape, size, race, anything. And for some reason, the plus size women feel very comfortable coming to me. And I photograph everybody. Her friend that I just photographed was like the 00. She was like tiny.
And I will let you know, we have a sister podcast. This is the Young Black Suburban.
Yep.
We have a sister podcast called Young Blonde Suburban. And one of the things that she liked about your photographs was the diversity.
Yep.
And that, you know, you had all shades of women.
On that, very much so. You know, I want to represent everybody in my business. Everybody. I don't discriminate, so to say. I love making women feel good about themselves. At the end of the day, that's it. I want to empower women. It doesn't matter. I want you to feel good about yourself. I want you to feel like $1 million every single. When you look, like Colleen says, she looks through them when she's having a bad day, and she's like, I feel better about myself.
Now, that men and women are different.
Yeah.
You know, we have different psyches, and so what if you're like someone who has like a slight dad bod, you know, and he might want to get his pictures taken, but he doesn't want to look like a dad. You know, how do you go about? I'm trying to figure out how you're going to do that.
So I have not photographed male boudoir yet. So I've only photographed men.
So
but
before we started filming, though, you said that was your interest.
Yes, absolutely. I've kind of dabbled in the interest of doing couples boudoir, but then I was like, I kind of like the women's thing. But you know, it's all about the posing. Same rules apply with women that apply with men. It's just, you know, they're just might be curvier and might have other assets that men don't have. So it's all in the posing, and it's all about the lighting too. All about the lighting. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Well, so how would you make a guy? Because like I was saying, we're different. You know, women will be like, "Oh man, I look sexy after this," and probably would, at least from my own thinking, it would be hard to get me to convince me. What would you say to a guy to convince him to take photographs with you?
What do you love most about your body? What do you love right now?
What I used to love?
No, right now. Right now.
My mind, my brain.
Physically, what do you like about yourself? Do you like your arms, your shoulders, your chest, your legs?
So what do you do with someone that has severe body dysmorphia? So you're dealing with someone who was a professional athlete. Okay, I spent my whole life having to make weight in a certain weight class. I'm 40, 50 pounds heavier than I was 6 years ago. So I'm thinking about how I used to look constantly, and I'm looking down like, man, I gotta.
But it's not all about
these
your
shows
belly.
are these
it's
shows
about your
are killing
calves.
me.
It's about your arms. It's about your back.
And that's the thing. The only thing that is still strong, well, not strong, that's still shaped on me right now are my arms, and that's because I have to do pad work all day, training people how to box. But other than that, I'm not liking my body anymore. How are you going to convince me to put on underwear and get in front of a camera with you?
For a guy, but see, here's the first.
Right
because that's the first time I've had a guy ask me that.
Right.
So, like, when it comes to women, I'm going to say the same thing. It's all about how you're posed. It's how the lighting hits you. It's about me being your hype girl, like saying, do this. Like, you know how to flex. You know how to do stuff. You know what I mean? But it's not so much that. It's positioning you in a way that you wouldn't think to position yourself, because you're looking down. You're like, damn, man. Yeah. Like, it's all about.
It's not that bad.
I know, but I'm saying, like, you know, like my husband right now has been like going to the gym since November, and he's tall and skinny. He's like 6'3". He's like a freaking string bean. I'm like, I grabbed his ass this morning, and I'm like, where's your butt? I'm like, well, butt no more. Right. I'm like, you're a string bean again. Like, But like for him, he's like, no, just stop picking on me. So like, I get it. But like, I would ask him like, you know, we're doing a couple session. We already booked our session for October. Like, we're doing it, and I'm making him do it, and he's totally cool with it. But like, I love his arms. I love his calves. Like, I love his legs. And he's like, yeah, my arms do look good. So it's like, you know, like, I got to get you to believe and you to like feel good about yourself.
Right.
Like, and it's just more than just us sitting here.
Yeah,
it's like conversations. It's like
you're a therapist as well.
I guess.
You know?
I guess.
You are. So we have these wings behind us, and we have this outfit as well. What's the story behind the wings first? You know, a lot of photos are taken.
Mm-hmm. So these are my wings. I handmade these wings. It took me 16 hours to make, and there's about 650 feathers on there, give or take. The wings speak to my fashion side, because I come from, you know, before I quit my job, I was in retail for a very long time. I was a district manager for a fashion retailer.
Okay.
And this speaks to my fashion side.
You don't want to say who that?
Oh, Forever 21. I was the
Okay.
Philly district manager. You know, it's cool.
Because, you know, was it Victoria's Secret?
Yeah, Vicky's has the wings, these huge, elaborate wings. But I saw it in some of the photography groups that I'm in, and I was like, you know what? I really like them. They speak to my brand. That's the thing. Like, bright, loud colors is my brand.
Okay.
Like, my whole studio is teals, reds, purples, green, like vibrant colors. And then I have this beautiful bathtub with like, it's all pinks and chandeliers and stuff. It's like completely different. But
So how do you incorporate those into your photos? Are they mostly like standing up photos?
no,
or?
we do sitting on the bed. I have a couple couches in the studio. I have like a royal blue one. I have a leopard chaise lounge, which is like my newest baby. It's amazing.
It's so much fun.
So we do fun stuff like that, and then we do. I have different colored paper too that I'll pull down, and I think I just did one of my clients, Ashley. We did pink paper, and we did a crown, and I think we put the wings on her. So yeah, it's like we do it wherever. We kind of do it towards the end of the session because I have a pretty good flow of like the bed, the tub, the floor, the curtains, the chaise lounge, then like the fun stuff. So I incorporate it when a client wants to do it.
Right, and this would be an outfit that
Well, not necessarily.
I don't know.
Like one of my brand ambassadors.
doesn't look like much clothes.
No. Like this is like a cute little. One of my brand ambassadors wore this for my video that I did, my promotional video I shot last August, and then this is just like a fun, you know, no bra, just girls hanging out. So it's fun,
Right.
you know. And I have photographed this with the wings, with my gold wings. Actually, my other brand ambassador Kim wore this with the gold wings.
Okay.
So yeah.
And so, you know, the typical woman, let's say Colleen, you come to her, you get your photos done. What did you do? What was the first thing you did when you received the actual content?
Am I allowed to curse?
Yes, you can say whatever you want
What
to say.
the fuck? I am so fucking hot.
The
The first thing I said, she sent me the first brand ambassador thing I did. I was just like, holy shit, I'm fucking hot. And that's why I go to it when I'm having like a bad day.
So do you share them with people? Or
I'll share them on my Instagram. I'll save them, put them on my Instagram. Or like I went to visit my college roommate and she was like, I want to do it. Like, I don't like, where do I start? What do I do? And I was like, well, here are my pictures. Look at them. And she's like, Call, you're hot.
I mean, you're hot anyway.
I mean, I'm hot
but
anyway.
You know
I
what
mean-
I mean. Hype girl, see?
Yeah.
Right. Well,
But
our
it
producer
was.
Jordan, he wants to do some of these pictures himself. I'm pretty sure he's gonna come across your pictures.
I mean, you're not gonna see any nip. So.
no, he's gonna
Nothing
be like,
super lucrative.
He's gonna be like, oh yeah, she was right. She's hot, you know. Well, he can say that right now.
Yeah.
But you know, I find this very empowering. I think that it's a very good thing for people to do if, you know, they can work up the nerve. I don't think that you can make me work up the nerve.
Want to bet?
I don't think you can. And that's crazy.
Do you like tacos, Tim?
I hate tacos.
Oh my gosh!
I'll tell you
That's
why.
it. Podcast over.
We have a big thing in the group about tacos. Like
Tacos,
everyone, like tacos
Mexican.
is like my thing.
Tacos.
I'm
Someone
sorry.
goes to take you out for margaritas and tacos.
I'll
but,
take
you
the
know.
margarita part. My kids, they have taco me to death. I don't even like Taco Bell is definitely out of the question.
No. We
We don't do
no,
Taco
we do
Bell.
authentic.
Like
Homemade
when we go in there,
tacos.
there's only
Alright.
2 people that are speaking English.
Yeah.
Abuela's in the back hand rolling the tortillas. Like we don't do the Taco Bell, the Tex-Mex.
Oh,
none of that.
yeah.
It's
I don't know.
authentic.
Man,
It's all right. We'll talk about it.
I do like food though.
Yeah.
Period.
I like food, too.
Yeah. You made me forget my question
It's all
now
right.
that we're talking about tacos.
How to convince you to do a session.
So, when I was at my peak, I would have to take my shirt off and fight in front of people, thousands of people at one time. That was not an issue. If I was that same person and I had to do a photo shoot with my boxing trunks on, I was nervous and had anxiety and scared. I don't want to curse on here, but I was scared poopless.
So wait, it's okay for me to curse. You don't want to curse?
And I normally do curse. I'm just not
He's not feeling
on my
it.
third podcast. Yeah. So but you're not just taking those kind of pictures. You take regular pictures as well, and I'm sure that they equally are fulfilling for you. From an art standpoint, which ones bring you more fulfillment?
Boudoir.
Boudoir. Yeah.
I miss, listen, I have 2 kids of my own. I don't miss the drama with the kids, but I do miss, I shoot in the studio all the time. I mean, I'm shooting 4 days a week in the studio. So for me to get a family session at the beach or even like in a park is like, oh man, I miss this.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, I love the boudoir. And I love the weddings too, but weddings are kind of like, I like them, I enjoy them, but my passion is really empowering women and making them feel amazing and making them see themselves in a different light.
So it's much more than just the photos, it's the whole experience.
Yeah. And I tell them that. My girl, my client, I shoot yesterday. What's today?
Today's Saturday.
For Thursday, everything blends together. I told her, I said, you pick what you want. Like, if you don't like them, my feelings won't be hurt. Like, I'm just very honest and very transparent. Like, if there's something you don't like, just tell me. You don't have to beat around the bush.
Right.
It's totally fine. But, like, I know you're going to love them.
Yeah, exactly. What about, we've talked about how to kind of not coerce, but give it a little push to women. What about the women that just come to you and they're like, oh, I want to do this because of this and that and that? Do you get a lot of people that just come to you and they're like, I want to take these pictures because I had a divorce and I want to just kill it?
Yes. It's either moms, people that are divorced, my brides, or I don't even know. Like, those are the main 3. Or they just want to do it for them. That's it. But a lot of it is, a lot of my clients, like 90% are moms. Right. 90% are mothers, and they're like, I love the vibe you have. I love the way you make other women feel. I want that. And I want that.
Mm-hmm. And how much does a session... I'm asking you because, I have a girlfriend.
No, it's fine. So,
she's
I mean, like I said, I'm very transparent. Everything's on my website as well. I don't hide anything. So I charge a $300 session fee. Okay. That covers our shooting the day of. It covers client closet. It covers our communication constantly, because there's communication constantly. Your Pinterest board. It covers hair and makeup. And like I said, shooting in the studio. And then collections vary. I have 4 collections. They range from $1,900 to $4,800. Depends on what you want.
How many photos does that guarantee you have?
It varies because there are different collections. So I think collection 1 is 10 images. Collection 2 is 20. Collection 3 in your album is 30. Collection 4 is 40. But then you also get like wall prints as well, kind of in there, and then collection 3 and 4, you get all your digital images. So that ranges from like 60 to 70 images on a USB.
Right. And you mentioned a little bit like how your studio is set up. Do you want to explain a little bit more?
Yeah.
Like I get there with my dad bod in my bag, and I put it down. What's the next step? What's happening?
So we have 2 entrances in the studio. So my studio is located in Somerdale, New Jersey, right on the White Horse Pike, between a braid store and a tattoo shop. So there's no parking out front, so we park out back. Everyone comes through the back door. I have restroom there, refrigerators there, microwaves there, my desk is there, couch there, everything's lined up.
There's a coffee station.
Yeah, coffee, because I live on coffee. And you put your stuff down, and then, I mean, for a guy, you're not going to get your hair and makeup done. So I expected you would come shaved, trimmed up,
I'm rough right now.
No, I
this
can't.
is. I've been
maybe makeup. Like,
I've been taking my hat off for the last 5 podcasts.
So, you know, like we go through a full like prep process. Like I send you a questionnaire. You tell, like for the women, I send them a questionnaire. Do you want glam? Do you want sweet? Do you want sexy? Like, what's your style? And then I also ask them, like, what kind of editing do you want? Because I don't make people look like a size 0. I'm very true to color, and then true to body form. So if you have like bruises or blemishes, I'm gonna remove them. But I'm not gonna make you go from a size 8 to a size 4. That's not my style. I don't do it. So that's in my questionnaire. Like, what kind of editing do you want? Do you want total body transformation? And I'm sorry, I'm not your girl, but I can refer you out to somebody that can help you. Right. For a guy, you would come in, put your stuff down, we would just be like, all right, you got to go to the potty. Here, do you need a shot? I hope you brought your, like for women,
We're allowed to drink.
So it's kind of like it's a catch-22 because I don't want to provide it.
First of all, I don't think I'll turn red. So
no, but that's one of the reasons, and that goes for everybody. It's not just, you know, I'm red right now.
I'm probably red too, so it's okay.
There's multiple. I don't want to have you get lit, drunk, and then I'm showing you your images, and I'm like, oh, so what collection do you want?
Yeah.
Like, I literally, it's same day. It's like we do same day reveal, same day sales. So it's kind of like, I don't want to be that person that's like, oh, hey, you want the 4th collection? And then you're like, wow, I was drunk.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Makes sense.
And there's other photographers that offer alcohol, but that's just not that's not my structure.
Yeah, definitely.
That's not how I operate.
Makes sense.
So, yeah.
But
if you want to drink, like, look.
Yeah, it's gonna take that for me to actually do it. It's gonna take that for me to actually. I don't know. I just got my.
You're fine. He's really trying to push me to do the men boudoir. I'm like, I haven't talked about it, but I haven't like really considered it. Now I'm like, let's do it.
It's an interesting topic because I'm not sure if I've seen couples boudoir, and I've seen some pretty risque stuff on Instagram. I don't think that it's yours, and I'm like, man, these guys are, you know,
naked.
They're naked, they're confident, you know, and they do have dad bods, but I'm not that.
But there's
guy.
nothing wrong with that. That's the thing. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong. Embrace your body. Embrace it. Listen, I'm never.
I can see in the mirror. So,
I will never be my wedding weight. I will never be 135 pounds. But I'm embracing what I got now. The mom bod.
I'm sorry. 1 second. My assistant is shaking her head. No, what's wrong with dad bod?
I don't like a lot of muscle.
Oh, okay. So you like dad bod?
Yeah.
All right. So, all right. Just
everybody has their preference.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So you got us to the point to where we're taking pictures and all that, and the pictures are done, and we're watching you edit them right in front of us.
No, you don't watch me.
Oh, okay.
You're like shoving food in your mouth.
Okay,
and then I kind of like go off to the side. Because I don't like it, honestly, when you're looking at your pictures, because I have a process. I go through and I take out any doubles, any blurs. If I don't like, you know, how your leg is or how your position, I'm not going to show you that image.
Yeah.
Because my goal is to show you the best of the best. So in a session, I'll take about 300, 400 images, which is like way so much, but you'll only get to see 60 to 70. So like, I don't want you looking over my shoulder. Oh, I like that one.
Right.
I like that one. Like I literally kind of go off to the side. I make sure your salads, because I always order. Everyone just gets salads because it's just
I think I ordered
season. Well, that's because we were up in the Burlington studio then. Yeah, because when I was in Burlington, we ordered from
You guys
Uno's.
like Mexican food.
I love tacos. Tacos are
I
great.
love Mexican
Oh.
food.
So yeah.
Is a shoot exhausting? Does it physically?
Yeah, I mean it is to a certain extent. Like when I'm doing 4 days back to back, like 4 days, it is. But as long as I get a full 8 hours of sleep, like I get up at 4:45 every morning to run. Like that's my time. That's my hour and a half, my mental time. And as long as I take care of myself with my drinking of water and eating correctly, I'm not exhausted. But when I'm going boudoir Wednesday, Thursday, wedding Friday, wedding Saturday, I'm not moving Sunday.
Right.
I'm not moving. I literally, and I tell my husband, all bets are off. Like, you got to take off. You got to deal with the kids. Like, I can't move. Last Saturday, I didn't think I got out of bed till 10 o'clock.
Right.
Because I had boudoir Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I had a 12-hour wedding. I was up in Tom's River.
Right.
I was tired.
Yeah.
So yes, it does.
What about the person taking the photographs, Colleen? Is it?
The first time I shot with Laura, I went home and I crashed. I go to the gym, I'm very active, and she was putting me in position. I'm like, I didn't know I could do that. Like, I do yoga, but like,
Right.
I went home and I like full face of makeup, hair done, just crashed on my couch.
So it is.
It's it does get to be exhausting.
You're twisting.
You're moving.
Arching constantly, and it's
Yeah.
like you gotta stick your neck out, and you have to like.
I already see your
There's so
photograph
much.
coming
There's
together.
so
just now.
much.
Back a little bit.
There's
Pull
so
your shoulders
much,
back, pull
like
this arm
sexy
forward.
stuff,
What about Is
like
that
right
good?
now you're doing turtleneck. You can't do that. I said that.
What-
I'm like, you can't
So-
do this. You can't.
So I have to stretch.
You have to
Stretch your neck out.
stretch that spine all the way to the ceiling, and then stick out, and then forward, and like
Use your-
this is one thing I tell all of my clients. Think about it. I tell this to everybody. Think about strippers. What do strippers do when they're in the strip club? They're either looking at themselves, they're either looking at the person they want money from, or they're kind of looking off into La La Land. Looking off into La La Land is when I tell you, you're going to make love to yourself, you're going to connect with the camera, because you're making, think about a stripper, she's making money. So she wants to make money. So and everyone laughs at me, but I'm like, once I tell that to them, then they get it.
Yeah.
And if they haven't been to a strip club, then I don't know, they just laugh at me.
I guess I haven't been enough because
Maybe you're just not going to the right ones.
I can't figure it out right now. I'm like, that's my pose.
But you're also in like a squishy chair too.
Yeah.
So.
But
it's
does
also
that have a
like
lot
for-
to do with it? What's around the person, the setting? You play a lot like someone might grab something.
Yeah, I mean, we always start on the bed. So the bed is like we do the meat and potatoes on the bed.
Right.
That's the most, because we do feet up on the wall. We do rotisserie chicken, and it is a rotisserie chicken because you're rotating.
I was gonna say, explain that.
It's where you start on your belly and then you move, and you're literally turning belly, and you literally
you're
turn all the
catching
way
a
to your
picture
back.
every time.
Yeah, and then but I position you. So like my side one is where you take your leg, you bring it up to your belly, you're up like this, and you pull your hand, because a lot of my women are self-conscious about their bellies. You pull it right here and your knee, so there's literally this much space between your knee and your hand and the bed, and it's all dark, so you can't tell.
Right.
So we start there, and then we move, and then we do.
So you're gonna have to find some poses for a guy like me, because I can't.
No, but see, guys is different. Male boudoir is different than
Yeah, I know.
female. So we would do masculine poses.
Right.
Masculine.
Right. So to not do something so masculine, should we put the wings on me just?
If you want.
I can put them on. I don't
You
know.
want to put them on?
I can put them
Yeah,
on.
you can put them on. That'd be great. Let's put them on.
Oh, right now.
Can somebody help?
Would you like some help?
No, I made them. I know what
We
I'm
have to
doing.
make sure the camera. So you made this yourself, and each feather is
glued on.
individually glued on. How many of these have you made?
I have 3. I have a total of 3 that I've made. Oh, and the feathers are probably gonna come out here.
Oh no.
Can I come out?
Yeah. Could you come out?
Yeah.
Can we get a picture?
So these are, I'm sorry, I'm gonna come over here.
Sorry.
So these are them.
Nice. And
They're made out of foam board, wire, and a crap ton of duct tape.
when women put these on, do they instantly turn into Victoria's
Yes.
Secret models?
They instantly like,
That's it. So this is the pose that I usually do my whole life. This is
this one.
Yeah, this is it.
You can still do it, you just have to,
What? Oh, this?
you gotta tighten up your quads. Come on. Come on. The pose that we do in this one is more of like this. So we'll do, and then I tell the girls, when we sit, we do like this one, you know, looking out the window. So it's all about how you pose. I always say this lower back arch, and a lot of women are like, I can't do it, I can't do it. I'm like, yes, you can. You just gotta stick your butt out, arch, and you can see because they're not like my black ones. So, you know, it's very sexy. It's very, you know, making love to the camera.
That's it. You're giving
So that's it. And then we also do this one on the floor too. So I'll like lay it on the floor. One of my most popular poses, I got it. I'll show you.
You can put it back up.
No, I'm going to show you if I can.
Okay.
I'm going to show you my most
Sure.
popular pose. So I'm going to be on the floor. So it's.
You have your brand ambassador right here.
Yeah,
All right.
So this is the most popular one is, and I do it in front of my shears. Is where we're like this, and it's arched, and then the toes are pointed, so you're like this. That's the one that everybody loves, and it's literally in front of because I have all natural light in the studio, so it's in front of the white shears.
Right.
So it looks really good. So, and then that's the back of them too.
Right.
It's peacock feathers. So yeah, so these come in, I made teal, white, gold, and then I have black ones, and then I have an ombre pink, and then a pair of gray ones that are coming. They're gonna be different than these.
Nice.
Oh yeah, let me go get a little demo.
Ah, that's good, man. That's gonna be great for the podcast. So, where exactly is your studio located?
So I'm in Summerdale. So it's 606 South White Horse Pike, and that's Summerdale.
Summerdale, New Jersey, right?
Yep.
And you take clients anywhere?
I have clients driving from Mechanicsburg, from Allentown, from Baltimore.
Right.
From here, I get a lot of clients from Burlington.
I hear you breathing a little hard from.
I am, because I'm so out of shape, man.
No, it's not.
And I had wine too. I'm like, oh, damn.
But
Woo!
it's a lot of work, and people don't really understand.
Just that posing, like
Yeah.
sitting, it's like, oh.
It's a lot of core. Like,
And I'm in, like, when I work, I don't wear skinny jeans. I'm in like yoga pants. Actually, I've been working in like my regular jeans, like my boyfriend jeans, and like a tank top.
Right.
But I don't do heels. I don't do this stuff. Like
Yeah.
I'm in barefoot or in my socks,
But
and like we're moving.
Your clients do have to do it in heels.
Not all the time. Sometimes
Right.
they do, but I show them on the bed before they do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing the poses with them.
Right.
I give them a
So
full dry run before.
It's like you got a lot of hats here, because that's like what a personal trainer has to do. You have to demonstrate the moves before they do them. So you're a therapist, you're a personal trainer.
I didn't look at it like that, like being a therapist. I'm like, I am.
You are
Yes.
a therapist. You definitely are. You're empowering women and soon men to do things that they are not comfortable with. That's something that changes people's lives, you know. Experiencing new things, experiencing new people. That's what makes people great. And you're making these women great, soon to make these men great. Where can people contact you and find out how to book a session or even just view your content?
So they can find me on my website. Number one, it's thecreativeshutter.com. And they can see my boudoir. Actually, boudoir is like my main page. They can come up with Ashley, brand ambassador, boom, right on the front. They can also follow me on Instagram, which is TCS_boudoir. That's my boudoir stuff. I do have a private VIP group, but that's only for women. I'm sorry, guys. Because we do share a lot of, of our pictures and whatnot, and not all women agree to me sharing their images on other social media platforms. So that is TCS, what is it? Oh my gosh, I forget.
TCS Boudoir VIP.
Yeah, TCS Boudoir VIP.
You'll be below.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll link it.
Yeah, and then my regular Facebook page is just the Creative Shutter Photography, and then that's like weddings, senior sessions, families. I don't photograph newborns. I just don't do babies anymore.
I've seen those photos of newborns. How do they do that?
My studio mate specializes in newborns. I don't.
I feel like that's like a magician trick. Like, can you reveal it for us?
I don't do newborns, so I don't know.
Oh, you don't know how it's done?
I mean, Photoshop.
They'll have like.
I've done a handful of newborns when I first started out, but I very quickly decided I did not want to photograph newborns because it was time consuming and like 4 hours, 5 hours for a session. I don't want to do that. So, yeah.
All right. So I usually have our guests say something to the viewers before we leave. Is there something that we didn't touch on that you would like to explain? Or is there something that you would like to just express about your business, boudoir as a whole?
Yeah.
And I'll extend it to both of you. How about Colleen?
Do it.
First?
Do it.
More,
Just
I need,
do it.
I need
Like
more
just
than
like Nike. Just like go to her website. It's a 15-minute consultation.
Not even. I get it done to 8 minutes now.
There you go. But you block out like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a quick phone call. She goes over everything, what you need to do, what to bring, how many outfits do you want to bring. Then you get there and she's like, oh, well, why don't we put you in this outfit that I have in my client closet? Why don't we do this? And it's just no other way to say it than just do it.
Just do it.
Like, don't worry about that last 5 pounds.
I think
Don't
that's the
worry
biggest
about-
thing.
Yeah.
Is a lot of women come and they say, I gotta lose like 10 more pounds baby weight. We always say that to ourselves. I mean, look, like I said, I've been married for 13 years, I think. I'm never going to be the weight I was when I got married. I need to embrace my body now. Embrace your body now. Love yourself now. Do this for you. You don't have to do it for your significant other, for, anybody but yourself. And you're going to feel like $1 million from the day you walk into the studio for years to come. And I always say that. Let's celebrate your sexy self. And that's like in my video, my promo video. Just do it for you. Right. You don't have to answer to anybody but yourself. So love yourself and do it for you.
Nice. That's a beautiful message.
Yeah. I
appreciate Laura Turner being on being on the show. Yeah. Colleen from TCS Boudoir. And Creative Shutter.
Yeah, Creative Shutter Photography.
Here, I give these out at the end. Thank you guys for being on.